The psychology of Earth changed when we started carrying lighted televisions in front of our face. If you have the audacity to tell me stop saying weird things, you're half right. I shouldn't mass produce this shit and study my neurology on the general public. On the other hand, you're wrong because I am the only motherfucker on Earth that's gonna explain what the fuck the Matrix is. Apparently, they didn't do a good job in the 90s when they made those movies. So you need to quit saying blasphemy and telling me I can't say weird things. It's just that I shouldn't send it out to the public without them being around me and making it pertainable to what's going on at their specific moment in their life. Which is why my friend told me, I don't care if you say weird things to my children, it will make them think. Heaven forbid we stop imagination, because insanity is the brink of perfection, and it's the only thing that is going to get us off of this planet, meeting another civilization to create a Star Trek life. Period. So you should be happy you know me and should be doing things to make my life easier instead of trying to destroy my pillow like you have. Seriously. Leave my pillow alone. You're making me cry. And it just makes me want to die. So stop. Because without me, the planet will never survive 30 years after I die. If you don't believe me, go ask the Earth. Because the Earth is who you should be praying to. And since I have green eyes, technically, I am a chunk of the Earth speaking. And if you have blue eyes, you're water. And if you have silver eyes, well, there's the spoon that I kept being told there wasn't. There's lots of spoons. And then brown eyes are fire. And that is just the beginning of my disdained eye color personality theory. And it's copyrighted. And anything that I say is also copyrighted under visual replacement therapy. I have the copyright paperwork upstairs. More coming in the mail on different subjects, and a lot of them already in my hand, proving that I am the one that made and invented and explained this shit going on in your glass forest. You don't like it? Not my problem. I don't like it any more than you do. I just have to follow rules. Because I have a T-Rex brain and short arms. And we went over that, didn't we? In one of my videos? One of my videos? What was it? What was it? I cut my wrist? Oh, what? Yeah. You can see the scar if you come close enough. There's pictures of it. I probably showed it really close. See, look, there's a scar there underneath that snake. I just can't believe you missed it. Like, I tried not talking about it. I tried to fucking ignore it. And it took horrible events for me to wake up and explain the light bulb that you all talk to and are listening to me on at this current moment. So yeah, I know a lot about psychology and mental illness and drug addiction and criminals. But what do you think I know about chemistry and quantum physics and geography? What do you think I know about those? We're not ready for them yet. I'm not in college. We are not ready, and we will never be ready for those other subjects until you, government, decides to use my formula that I invented to put my consciousness into a robot so I can train everybody forever. So we can live in outer space and on other planets and travel at light speed. Because this is only a once in a universe time that I'm going to show up. Like, what does that mean? That means the universe gets one chance. Because when I leave this earth, I'm gonna call Satan up, even though he doesn't exist. I'm gonna make sure I go to hell so I don't get reincarnated again. So stop with the blasphemy about God doesn't exist or blah 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 blah. Like, I'm little God. I'm talking for God. I'm talking for the planet about digital environmental communication. I apologize if you can't handle the severity of how true this is. That is not my problem. It might be a little bit my problem, but it's more your problem because you just need to get your head out of your ass and accept it. And that's it. And don't worry about these glasses. If the eye doctor doesn't work, I will be poking out my right eyeball on live YouTube video. And I bet you I start laughing as I walk into the emergency room. And what I can assume you know what town I'm going to be in when I do it. And then I don't have to worry about trying to fight my brain to switch me back to my left eye dominant state of mind. And I will be not having to wear these glasses. And I don't have to worry about the glass forest. Because I was not born in the glass forest. You may have been born in the glass forest, but I was not. So remember that next time you listen to these people on the media that are talking backwards instead of forwards. Because every language on earth, except for American English language, or except for English, speaks backwards. What a good boy is what Americans say. Everybody else in their language goes, what a boy good. What a car green. What a tree brown. That's how they speak. So don't get mad at me because I'm right and you're wrong and I'm not really crazy. I can have normal conversations. I don't have money to be able to force myself to have normal conversations because most people are probably okay with me. They just don't know what to say to little God. But for those of you who do, and if I ever get a wife, like, God bless her little heart, because I don't really see it happening unless I buy one. I'm pretty sure lots of Russian women would like me, though. Like, Russia, yeah. In Russia, it'd be on. But in America, you guys have problems with bones and fish. And the bones of fish is what put oil in the ocean for you to drive your cars and release 19.4 pounds of carbon with every gallon of gas that you drive. So quit worrying about those two, because they're not real. They're a figment of your imagination. And they were the devil complex made up for the female and the male complex. So you didn't have to feel guilty for making a mistake that you knew you shouldn't have done. It is possible to not sin, because there are only 3 sins of the world right now: sins of the eyes, sins of the flesh, and pride of life. The other 4 sins are harder to see because you have a light bulb in front of your face. And in order for humans to understand quantum physics, you need to be able to remember what the other 4 sins created in thought patterns so we can unify and leave the planet. Remember, I swear to T-Rex, 30 years after I die, if shit in psychology doesn't change, and you probably gotta call it frogology, the Earth will get destroyed. I'll be dead, so you can't say I'm threatening you. I'm predicting that if you don't listen to me and accept my ways of life about frogology, the planet won't survive, because the Earth is mad. The Earth is mad at me. Like, the Earth is very mean to me. So that's why I talk the way I do, because I get threatened all the time. Like, do you know what it's like to have 3 green eyeballs? Like my dream eyeball. You have a dream eyeball. Yeah, I know there's lots of green people out there that have green eyes, but they're all crazy. And they're most likely the ones that are the violent ones. But I'm not violent. I am little God, and I'm just trying to explain psychology of the phone. If you don't want to call it frogology, we'll just psychology of the phone. It used to be a TV that sat in our living room and it never went anywhere. And then one day, somebody decided to take a hit of marijuana, or Buddha as I call it, and swallow it. And that's how we got here. Don't swallow marijuana. Unless you have green eyes. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You ain't got no rules. What are you gonna do? Grow another limb? Grow another spoke of grass? Like, I'm Earth. What do you want from me? Leave me alone. So be careful when you're doing drugs. Just don't do them. I would suggest you don't need them. You don't need drugs. People say enough weird shit on the radio. And if you haven't noticed, the radio has changed the way they communicated. Why? Because I contacted Marshall Mathers and ripped his ass. That's why. And it doesn't matter what I said. You heard his song. Or you should have. Don't disrespect the caterpillar. Well, now everybody else is talking about not disrespecting the caterpillar. And if you're watching this, did you disrespect me? Did you? How far and out of your way did you go to disrespect me? Why am I rubbing this in your face? Because I want you to feel bad. I want every single one of you to feel bad for treating me like I was harmful. I don't know how many of you there were. There were lots of people that disrespected me and dismissed me like I was crazy. And I'm not. I'm the smartest man you'll ever meet. Why? Because there are 4 types of conversation. Joking around. Apparently you can't handle the joker. Emotional conversation. Oh, we don't want to talk about our emotions. And then there's good gossip and bad gossip. And then there's intellectual conversations. I don't bad gossip often. Sometimes I do it just to stir the pot. That's all we talk about. Those four things: gossip, jokes, emotions, and smart stuff. That's it. It's all you talk about. What do you talk about the most? Probably gossip. Because it's easy. It's easy to talk about what other people are doing and saying and what you were saying and doing in previous days. But you forget that I don't remember what I did, what I said, things other people said. I don't have shared memories because I don't have friends that go around and do things with me. Why? I don't have money to go do things. Do you have money to entertain yourself? That's step 2. Probably within the end of next year, step 2 will be accomplished if step 1 accomplishes my needs to be able to appropriationalize step 2.